we've got two of the best players in the singles division taking on each other in round 2 of the singles Ultimate Schmoedown. It's Ethan Erwin versus William the Beast Bibbiani. It's a really great player versus a really great player. Well, that just sounds like something John Madden would say. I mean, when you got a really great player taking on a really great player, then their chances are that a really great player will probably get the win. Thanks, John. So which really great player is going to come out on top today? Well, let's find out now on JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Welcome back, and I apologize to all the John Madden purists out there who only like good John Madden impressions. I tried, but I would give myself a solid 4 out of 10. Because JTH isn't that good. So, moving on, today's Schmoedown is sponsored by Coke as usual, and today we're going to share a Coke with Alejandro, or as we would say in English, Alejandro. Moving on. Okay, so we've got Ethan Erwin and William Bibbiani. These two obviously are no strangers to one another. They played a little bit earlier this year. Actually, ironically, almost immediately after the free-for-all event, where William the Beast Bibbiani came out on top. Also had John Roca in that match. That was to determine who was going to be the #1 contender for the singles title. Bibbiani, of course, won. Was not able to get the job done against then-champion Dan Murrell. However, now we have kind of a similar situation, although it's not going to determine the #1 contender right away. One of these two players has a really good chance of doing so should they get to the finals. Obviously, big fan of both guys. Are you surprised? No. I mean, we got the same glasses, we got the same neck beard. We almost have the same smarts. Yeah, not really. Don't believe that for a second, folks. So ultimately, no preference on who's going to win. Just want lots of right answers, which is something that I'm never going to provide. Lots of points, which is something that I'm never going to produce. And hopefully just a fun match, which I know that both of these players are most absolutely going to deliver on. So without further ado, let's put the John Madden impressions out the window, and let's just enjoy this match. And let's do this in 3, 2, and 1. He got a chain.
Whoa. Not here for all that. We've done that whole song and dance. You can brood and breathe. This isn't Ad Astra. You can stop. Listen. I just don't know how to tell you this. Burnett is a bona fide idiot. We know this. He wears that coat. However, he does come up with a few bright ideas every now and then, and the whole draft is one of them, which brings me to why I'm here. So, no, you got this whole thing with Kaiser going. I know y'all running buddies, drinking buddies, and him talking over you buddies. But if you notice, it's about Kaiser and the dungeon. Oyama is about himself. What I'm saying is, how about you come join the fold? Because, and hear me out, I know what you bring to everything. When Ethan becomes singles champ again, Janine with Ethan becomes team champion, and you become the Inner Geekdom champion, like you rightfully should be. You should come to the fold. Now, I get it. If you win that belt, Kaiser can keep you. But what if I trade for you to show you your value, what I see in you? I want you to just think about it, bro. I know we've had everything. All right? One of the greats, dog. Just remember that.
much to me. Put him up. Put him up. Interesting. I think I got it wrong again. Is it that way or that way? I think I did it. That way.
Welcome back.
What if I was in the middle of it? Hello, Mark. Hello, Christian. The gang's all here. You are looking like from Glitter Studio, Burbank, California.
Ultimate Schmoedown, the singles tournament. We're in round number 2 here, and if you
I think I just booped it away. Give everybody a boop.
Of Ethan Big Time Erwin versus the Beast, William Bibbiani, was happening in round 2.
It's going to be a great match
These are 2
today.
former champions.
We can't give it away in round number 2. Well, we're doing it. We're just that stupid.
It's true. Well, you got William the Beast Bibbiani, who was the champion last year, and Ethan Erwin, also the champion last year. These two have faced in a triple threat match, with William Bibbiani taking that victory, beating both John Roca and Ethan Erwin.
Yeah, with the Price is Right
just
entrance.
Narrowly lost to Dan Merle, but he's back again in the tournaments. He's having a good run. We know what he did in the free-for-all. Ethan Erwin, though, one of the scariest competitors we have, is starting to creep back in there. He had that big win against Haley Fouch, and now we know he's going to be in the teams tournament with his partner, Janine the Machine.
That's right. And William Bibbiani, you talk about a partner in a team format. I know we're doing the singles, but him and the kid have been working together. So I think the kid's pushing him a little bit, even just in singles, too. You know, you see the Beast hang out with him. They're doing trivia back and forth. Meanwhile, Ethan Big Time Erwin, a lot like the movie that he produces, Sherlock Holmes, he's backstage playing the violin, getting his thoughts straight. This is going to be 2 A+ performances
Sherlock
you're about
Holmes.
to see, but only one can win
He's a
and advance to the next round.
It's true, and now after we had announced the name and what's happening, you see that the managers are also playing very differently here. Obviously, Bibbiani does not have a manager. That'll change next season. Who's looking to recruit him, right? And you look at Jay Washington, who's trying to hold on to Ethan. So he wants Ethan to get to that title match to win the title, so Ethan's protected. So there's so much more at stake now for this match. And they both want to get to Orlando to get to the singles finale.
Winning is fun, live events are fun, steak is delicious. Let's take a look at what each competitor had to say right before their match.
And wishing upon a star, and eating poison apples, and what can I say except you're welcome.
I gotta tell you, Mark, this run here by William the Beast Bibbiani reminds me of the 1980 Phillies, and they went to the World Series. That's what this reminds me of.
I see a look of surprise, I see a look of glee, but I also see a look of somebody who is ready to face Ethan Erwin in round number 2.
Here we are, round number 2 of the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Tournament. Now listen, I understand I wasn't able to make it to New York because they was trying to put me on Spirit, bro, and I'm not flying Spirit. I'm not gonna do that.
And your winner, by way of technical
That's a shame. The Spirit was great if you flew out to the free-for-all in it.
But now we're here, and it's against William the Beast Bibbiani.
I am so excited for my rematch against Ethan Erwin. It was so close last time. It's my match, and I'm going to play Ethan Erwin. Yay! I had the best three-way with Ethan and John earlier this year. I mean, I came out on top, but, you know, it was close. It was close. Between me and Erwin, it was close. Roca, not so much, but that's fine.
We tag team Roca, and then we also met at the free-for-all, and we played against each other in teams a year ago, but we've never actually just faced each other.
We've never had one-on-one, persona a persona, glasses, facial hair. Just it's never just been. So this is something I've been looking forward to for a really long time. Now you talk.
Well, I mean, it's going to be a tough match. Erwin is one of the best in the league, but, you know, as we've seen, you got the better of him last time. And, I mean, it's going to be close. It came down to one question last time, and you played out of your mind. And it still came down to one question, so.
Well, I'm always out of my mind.
Bibbiani standing. We're talking about standing the long distance, going the long haul. This is big time here, who doesn't run out of steam as long as we keep alcohol in the building. But I believe in Ethan Erwin. I believe we go to the semifinals, and then it's back on to the end of the tournament where you win and capture again Movie Trivia Schmoedown singles title.
Guys, it's in the bag.
Ethan, where am I looking? Ethan. Let's make this a stipulation match.
Whoever wins has to be the other person's friend for life.
And if you win, I'll stop emailing you.
We don't have email accounts. Isn't this 2019? We do Twitter and Facebook and Pinterest and And
You know, Ethan is focused. Ethan and Jay both talking about how they want to get Ethan back to the title match, to get that title back. Bibbiani is having fun. That's what he's done. It's the reason why I believe he's been so successful over the last years, because he went from taking this game way too serious to having a lot of fun with it. It's just the way his personality works. He's goofing around a little bit more, and I think it's paying off.
Would you say it's the loosest that we've ever seen?
Yeah, I'm goofing off with Schmoedown too. It's doing wonders.
I think that Jay, as his manager, enhances that. They do work well together as manager competitors, so we'll see what happens with the Nuke next season. But as of right now, we're about to get it on in round number 2 of the Ultimate Schmoedown.
All right, let's talk about their tail of the tape. Mark, what do you got?
William Bibbiani, he is fantastic. If you go all the way back to classics, he also knows new releases. He covers them on a daily basis, and he is very good at introduction. Interesting to see what he does here today.
Oh, well, maybe he just walks out and waves.
There's a possibility of that, and I would not say no to it.
All right, and we have what? Mr. Ethan Erwin. What's he doing?
He is very good at Ninja Turtles 1 knowledge, Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze knowledge, not so much Turtles in Time.
Not Turtles in Time.
Not so much Turtles in Time.
Strange enough, when Time Machine is the team name.
I see what you did there. They brought back Casey Jones for the third one, but the magic just wasn't there.
All right, are you ready to get going?
Because they didn't use
my piece.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown.
How do you not know Turtles 3? That's the easiest one to remember because nothing happened.
Atmosphere in round
What are they going to ask you?
Introducing first, led to the ring by his team partner, the Kid, with a record.
I choose you,
of
Teddy Ursa.
8 wins, 6 defeats, and 4 knockouts.
That'd be cool if
he
did,
is
though.
the former movie trivia Schmoedown champion of the world, William the Beast Bibbiani.
You see any? No.
It's the Monty Python entrance.
Christian is now bleeding. He is
you stepped Frank. You stepped Frank. He stepped Janice.
In 1975. Oh, there, the Kid is there.
Kid's calming him down.
To calm
Tickle more than anything.
the Beast down. Wow.
Sorry.
What a...
Sorry. I just get carried away. Sorry. My idiom.
It's good to see you. I need
Don't
to
worry.
ask my partner, Christian.
I think I'm sure Christian's.
Just a flesh wound.
Oh, no.
And his
I'm sure
opponent,
Christian's fine. You stabbed him through the heart.
representing the Time Machine.
He's getting better. Oh,
led to the ring
he's getting
by
better.
his manager, Jay Washington, and team partner, Janine the Machine.
I won't do
With
the
a record
Rudolph parody. I was told
8
it's a
wins,
little too early for Christmas
3
music.
defeats and 4 knockouts. He is the former
Although,
movie trivia
Walmart will probably start playing Christmas music
champion of the
tomorrow.
world, Ethan Big Time Erwin. Where's his crew?
Still waiting for the next
There's the
red.
crew. There's it all.
Guess it would be the Ethan Rat.
Remember that
Be the Ethan Rat.
Bibbiani took that.
Yeah, he's a focused Ethan. I think he got a haircut. Maybe
Gonna recruit them too.
It's true. I mean, this is again. These are 2 strong players.
Yeah, it's all handshakes and
Question. My only concern. Why does he have a sword?
I don't think he's going to use it. He already stabbed me with it. Yeah. Aww.
Oh wow. All right.
I got a sword now.
Okay. Very nice.
Ethan, I bequeath this to you.
Everybody's getting along.
I have
so
a question. Why does he have a sword?
Nice.
Yeah, very odd.
Actually, I don't think that's a sword.
The
It's about 12 inches. That would make it a dagger. Why does he have a
All
dagger?
right, so our competitors are there. But
You learned something today on JTH Reacts to the movie trivia Schmoedown.
In round number 1, gentlemen, you're going to hear 8 questions. These questions are asked to the field. They come from 8 different
gotta
corners
play
of movie
CBS
trivia
NASCAR
Schmoedown.
theme
Know-how.
again,
Each question
because
is worth 1 point.
yeah,
There's no penalty for missing
you all
a
had to
question.
learn
There's no stealing in
what
round number
theme
1.
that is.
As soon as we ask the question, you have about 15 seconds
It's an
to write down
up-pitched
your best
version
attempt
of
at an an answer on the
CBS
whiteboard in
NASCAR
front of
theme.
you. When we ask you by
1998 version.
name after that 15 seconds
there are a
to
bunch
reveal
of
your answer,
different
please show what you wrote on the whiteboard
versions,
to the
but
camera
that's
at the
the
same
best
time you
one.
verbalize your answer into
But, you know, you
the
gotta up-pitch it
microphone.
so that
I'll remind
you
each
don't get
competitor of your
copyrighted
3 usages
by
of
them,
the JTE rule throughout
but
the
instead
duration
get
of the match. If
copyrighted
you're
by
not sure you heard a question
the
right, you want us to
Schmoedown
repeat it,
channel.
or you're just going to buy yourself another 15
still
seconds
don't
to get that
understand
correct
how
answer
that
from the
works.
back of your head to the front of your head and into your pen and onto the whiteboard. Just
Copyrighted
use the JTE
by
rule. You have 3 of those.
content
You also use that one
creators,
challenge.
movie
Use
trivia
at any point
Schmoedown.
throughout the 3-round match.
Well, what did I
All
do
right, we asked
wrong?
Ethan Erwin first. Are you ready?
Always be closing.
And Bibbs?
Yes.
Okay. Then
Sure.
let's get ready to Schmoedown! Here we go.
I'll see myself out.
All right, first question, gentlemen. First question comes
disappear.
from horror/thrillers.
That's hard to get away
Who
when you're
directed
in a seat.
2007's The Mist?
Oh, you can't say it like that.
Why?
You got to say like, the mist.
That's what you would say.
Yeah, you got to cast a spell over the crowd.
Well, what are you auditioning for something?
Mist.
5.
Remember that game Mist?
4.
M-Y-S-T?
No. 3.
It's a role-playing game.
2. Before my time. 1. Pens down, please.
M. Night Shyamalan.
And Ethan.
Frank Darabont.
Yes. And Bibbs.
Not even.
More legibly, Frank Darabont.
I was.
What?
Bibbiani definitely is winning the penmanship
That's not
award.
really shade. That's just
that's
just
completely
penmanship.
accurate. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Taking every edge possible there. All right, here we go.
Your next
Getting under a
category is in
player's
the world of
skin.
action-adventure.
I call cheap shot.
Action-adventure films. The question, Parabellum, is the subtitle to this installment of what action franchise?
This could be.
What action franchise?
Parabellum.
What is it?
Oh,
you think so?
Duh,
Are you
duh.
because you looked at the question?
Duh.
Or because
No,
of the
I just-
competitive?
Me dumb.
Who they are.
Remember that,
5,
folks.
4,
Do it.
I almost forgot
3,
this.
2, 1.
John
William.
Wick. Yay.
John Wick.
Yes, sir. Ethan.
I mean, slightly more legible, John Wick, but still terrible. Still
JTH
terrible.
redeemed himself.
right.
He
I
remembered
think Bibbiani
John
stays
Wick.
up 2-0 over
Parabellum.
Ethan as far as penmanship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Counts.
Dramas. Dramas is number 3.
At least it wasn't the perineum.
Who starred along Ray Fiennes? in
Ray
the-
Fiennes.
Whatever.
Ray Fiennes.
In the
Thank
nurse,
you. I was going to do it if you didn't.
as the nurse Hannah in the romantic drama The English Patient.
Yeah, simple name, really tripping you up there.
I
Ray
think they know
Fiennes.
everything these two.
Well, I always called him.
Is it like Wreck-It
Ray, and now
Ralph?
it seems like does he go
Wreck
by
it,
Ralph?
wreck it, race fast as you can.
5,
You
Ray and
know
Ralph
you
are
can
very
do it
different
with
people.
your colossal
3,
hands.
2.
Wait, repeat the question.
It's a freaking gnat. It's
Who
flying all
starred
over.
along Ralph
Get away from
Fiennes and the nurse
As the nurse.
Hannah in romantic drama The English Patient.
Way to nail that one.
Thank you.
See,
They threw
don't
me
you
off.
think of like
How do you kill
Ralph
gnats,
is just like,
folks?
hey, it's
They
Ralph.
won't
He's a fun
go
drinking
away.
buddy. Ray is like buttoned up, has a job,
5,
401k.
4, 3.
I don't know. I've been too
2,
busy swatting,
start with
trying
Ethan.
to kill
Juliette
gnats.
Binoche?
Yes, and Bibbs.
Juliette Binoche.
Yes. Okay, so tie game.
I might have wrote a gnat and been closer.
Your next question comes
much
from
better.
the world
Betting.
of the 90s.
That's too many
These are
groaners.
movies released in the
JTH.
1990s. Your question, who plays Fred Flintstone in 1994's The Flintstones?
Oh,
If
Another
you were
John.
to be Flintstone, which character do you think you'd be?
Probably Fred.
You think you'd be? Yeah, you gotta. You gotta
Fred.
grow up.
I'll own it.
You consider me a
5.
Barney?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
4, 3, 2.
John
1,
Goodman
pens down.
took
Start
me
with Bibbs.
mango.
Yabba dabba John Goodman.
Yes. Ethan.
John Goodman.
Yes. Okay. 4, 4.
John Goodman.
All right.
You're a
The
good
fifth
man.
category is from fantasy sci-fi. In the 2014 dystopian thriller Snowpiercer, what type of vehicle is the Snowpiercer?
All right, you ready? I'm
Yes.
gonna ask you for the definition of the word
I'm
dystopia.
guessing it's not a submarine.
Don't cheat.
Okay.
Um,
Dystopian.
Stop it.
It is. I can tell you.
There's
I know
only-
this really well. It's 5,
There's only a couple.
4,
I'm guessing it's not a plane.
2, 1.
It must be a
pens down,
train.
please, and we start with Ethan.
It's a train.
It is, and William.
Yeah.
It's a train, and I tried to draw a little choo-choo, but I didn't have time.
It's a more legible one.
Thank you.
William Bibbiani, I don't know if he's going to win the match.
Didn't
but
know
he's
what
won our
else it could
hearts.
possibly be. It wouldn't be a submarine.
That's all
it
that
wouldn't
matters.
be a plane.
Pushing it.
Your
I
next
don't think it
category
could be a
is the world of
bicycle.
comedies.
Ah, it must be a train.
It's like a sitcom.
They're all
that's about to
laughing
get
at my
canceled.
joke,
It really
obviously.
is. We're like season
That
4 of
was
it's over.
classic.
Which two actresses co-starred together in the 2008 comedy Baby Mama?
Maury Povich should have had an appearance in this movie.
Maury do we
Should've.
know if he
Should've.
did?
No, he didn't, but he should.
Really?
5.
You sure he was?
4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
I can do that.
I know
Which
the answer.
Which two actresses
Dang it.
co-starred together in the 2008 comedy Baby Mama?
Both one JT so far.
One JT each. But
Got it?
2 perfect rounds.
5.
You know what's funny?
4.
I can picture her, but I don't got it.
3.
Wow.
Yeah.
2.
That sucks.
Amy
That does
Poehler
suck.
and Tina
And we
Fey.
start with Bibbiani.
Is it Amy Poehler and Tina Fey?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I can
Ethan
pull.
didn't have it.
I can only pull Tina Fey.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Ethan knew it. He just couldn't.
Oh!
You get? Can we
I
give him
got
half a
something
point?
Ethan Irwin didn't.
Can I give him half?
No, that's
Ha,
too
dang
bad.
it.
All right.
Call
Okay, next
police
question.
and the
tried,
fire,
man.
baby.
All right.
Thanks.
I tried.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Directors for category 7.
How did I get something Ethan
Who
Irwin did?
directed 1983?
What year is this?
Scarface.
Safe to say that's in your top
A person.
25 movies.
No, but I enjoy it thoroughly.
Not a fan.
No, you're not.
Do not care for it.
You don't. I like it a lot.
I only saw it on
5.
TNT.
4 out.
I probably dulled the rest.
TNT,
2.
heavily edited, I'm
1.
sure.
Hands down, Ethan.
What the fruit is going on
Yes,
here?
And William.
Say hello to my
person.
little director, Brian De Palma.
True. All right. Final. Well,
A person.
This is the final
I'm right.
question. However,
But you didn't
if
think I'd get that.
Excuse me.
Take
if
that.
William Bibbiani gets this, he will have a perfect round, and we'll get a chance for
All right, William.
Still invoking the power of that
you're gonna have to
Megatama.
answer
It's got plenty of power
animated
left.
question. These are movies drawn by hand or on a computer. The query is:
Where's my
in
question?
what Disney animated film will
Emma,
you find
where's
main
my
characters
September
by the names
Patreon
of
question?
Tiana and Prince Naveen.
It's gone. Over. We missed it.
All right, and Jay Washington, an unusually animated reaction.
5.
Not question.
4.
I thought we would have seen it by now.
2. 1. We start
Princess and the
with
Frog.
Bibbiani.
The Princess and the Frog?
Yes, it is. And Ethan.
Princess and the Frog.
Got it. Okay, so
Damn you, Amy Poehler.
now Erwin hit 7, but Bibbiani, who got a
It'll be in
perfect round there, he gets the
mid-October
bonus, and
before my
only
September
the bonus.
question
William,
shows
You don't have
up.
to write this down. You just have to answer it. All right, here
Blasphemy.
we go. Name this
Inconceivable.
2015 film with the tagline, "Bring him home."
Oh, is that, was The Martian 2015? I thought it was later than that, but it sounds like The Martian.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Earth to Echo.
Looking for The Martian.
Oh!
Good guess with Earth
a
to
good one.
Echo.
And
That
I
was
got a
good.
question
Earth
right
to
that
Echo
Vince
was a good
didn't
guess.
know.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah. All right, so it's a one
What-
point.
what
it's a 1
in-
point
what
lead
in
here for
Sam
Bibbiani
Hill
as we get into
has
round
happened
number
here?
2. The wheel
I got a
round.
question right that
Anything
both
can happen in round
Ethan
number 2.
didn't know,
So
and Bibbs
the
didn't
wheel
know.
has come out, and Ellis.
I have a
The wheel
career
has
in
emerged,
Schmoedown,
and
ladies
it's
and
been
gentlemen.
quite the factor in the Ultimate Schmoedown thus far. The wheel
Oh, dear.
has 10 different movie trivia categories on it. Each one of those
That
categories contains
is
4
scary.
questions therein. Each question is worth 2 points. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us for multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer. At that point, the value of the question goes down to a mere 1 point. Keep in mind, competitors, stealing is available in round number 2. And I will also point your direction towards the 2 other wedges on that wheel. That would be spinner's choice, what you would hope to get, and what the fans love watching, opponent's
No, we
choice.
don't.
With that being
No, we-
said, William
no
Bibbiani,
one has ever
you
said
find
we
yourself,
love
not sure if you still are
opponent's
the
choice.
sword owner or not, but you do have a 1-point lead, so you may spin the wheel first or defer to Big Time.
I will defer to my wonderful opponent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
Wonderful.
Very cordial match so far.
Wonderful.
I mean, I killed a few people at the beginning, but it's fine.
There was quite the stabbing.
Right, well, between you two, it's good. All right, so both former champions
Did you
here
follow
going
that,
head-to-head.
Did you follow
And
that
Ethan Irwin
shooting
trying to
with
get back to
stabbing?
those finals.
That
Trying to
doesn't
get back
seem-
to
this
the
doesn't make
title he
sense.
lost to Dan Merle in January of this year.
And when it comes to
horror on
Ethan
there.
Irwin, you
Yes,
almost wonder,
horror's
is
on
there a
there.
category
Classics
that
are
could
on
stump
there.
him? Is there a
They're
category that
classics
he
and
can
horror are right back to back. That's
Oh, well, look at
that's
that.
The
unfortunate.
crowd not chanting Jodie
Crime.
Foster.
That's a crime. It is.
90s.
90s.
Gonna stay with 90s. I'll take the questions here for the 90s for
90s.
Ethan Irwin.
I was alive for all of those
All right,
years,
here we
which
go.
means I probably
You can get 4
know
questions
3
in
movies from that
90s
era.
movies. Here's the first.
Men in Black,
Which 80s
Dumb and
action
Dumber,
star famously died
and
in the
Ace
first
Ventura: Pet
act
Detective.
of Executive Decision?
Steven Seagal.
Yes, for 2 points. Okay.
That's right. Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal,
All right.
Master of
Question
Aikido.
2. Who plays Mark Renton? He's trying to choose a life away from heroin in Train Spotting.
Ewan McGregor.
Correct, for 2 points.
Ethan took the lead with the first correct
I've
question.
heard of
Now
that
he's
guy.
padded it. He's up to 3 points over Bibbiani.
I've heard of all these actors so far in this
Who plays
category.
the young activist Nina? that tags along with Bulworth in the 1998 film Bulworth?
Halle Berry.
Yes. And
I've heard of her too.
all right.
That means I should have done all of these questions.
Ethan, what 1990 film was directed by Jerry Zucker and received a Best Picture Oscar nomination?
Ghost.
For 2 more
Wow.
points. Ethan cleans up 90s.
He's a fan of that decade.
And now Bibbiani will hit the wheel to try to do the same exact thing.
Come on, Wheel. Help Bibbs out.
Exactly what we want. Battle of the heavyweights. Ethan just had that one miss on Amy Poehler. Could mean everything.
He knew Amy Poehler. He couldn't pull Tina Fey, although he had the poster in his mind.
And spin for now.
Bibbiani can spin.
You probably will, though I don't understand how.
I thought he knew
A
Amy
true
Poehler.
I knew she was
friend
married to
helps
Will
a
Arnett and
friend
plays Leslie
in
Knope.
need.
This could be.
Not this time.
We could be looking at the greatest
Kurt
American
Russell.
actor of our time, Kurt Russell.
In Guardians Volume 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, a treasure of a human. Nobody in their right mind would ever spin away from Kurt Russell and besmirch his name.
This guy would.
He's spinning away from
Oh, he
Kurt
did
Russell.
back up again.
I do not agree with this decision. This is why Bibbiani needs a manager. He needs to be
Go
changed.
ahead.
Well, we'll have
The beast is out of the
Spin
cage.
for
We'll have
now.
one next season.
You
That is-
probably
that is
will,
true.
though I
Now I'm
don't
gonna ask him 8
understand
Kurt Russell
how.
questions.
All right.
A true,
it's the
true
90s.
friend helps a friend in need. A
Nobody
friend
performs
will
better than Jay
be
Watt.
there to help
Could hit
them
it.
see.
He could get it here.
This could be.
True friend helps
Either
a
way.
friend in
Oh,
need.
he did it. He got horror. He got himself horror. That's big. That's big. That is right in his wheelhouse.
See mixed bag
Sing
lurking
the
just
song.
beyond
My heart
the
was in my
horizon.
throat.
And you,
God.
it will come.
All right, Will. You
Oh, here come the
spun horror
stabbings.
movies.
There's
Question
some
is
stabbings.
spinning away
Back of the
from
neck.
Kurt Russell.
Back of the
Kurt
back.
Russell's in horror
'Cause
movies.
Where else would you stab someone in the
Your
back?
First of 4
But the
questions.
back. Of the
In
back.
the world of horror, for 2 points, paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren worked to help a family terrorized by a dark presence in their farmhouse in what 2013 film?
The Conjuring.
2 points for William Bibbiani. On his way back. Your next question. What 2016 South Korean action horror film features commuters struggling to survive during a zombie outbreak?
Train to Busan.
That's a toughie, and it's worth 2 points.
That name actually sounds familiar.
Your next question, I'm a personal fan. What is the name of the town in the Blair Witch Project?
Oh, Burkittsville, Maryland. I think that's what it is. It's Burkitt something.
5, 4, 3, 2.
I know it, but multiple choice.
All
I
right,
don't
I'll
run
just
this.
tell you right now, all 4 towns are in Maryland.
Yep.
Really? Yeah.
Is it A, Burkittsville?
Burkittsville.
Yep.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Burkittsville.
Then I'll give you a point.
Yeah.
Because it is Burkittsville.
I should have said it. I should have gone with it.
I thought it was real. I thought that whole thing was
That's
real.
the
when that
scary
movie came
thing
out.
about
Just
having to
wrap
live
it
in
up.
Delaware.
No, I should have trusted
You're
my
not
gut.
too far away from
All
Maryland.
right, William. You
And you know
currently
about
trail
this
Ethan by
stuff.
2. The good news is you have one more question in the world of horror movies.
Yay!
So you could tie Ethan going into round number 3 if you get this last one right. In what 1980 film does George C. Scott play a man who moves into a haunted house after the tragic death of his family?
The Changeling.
Yeah, and that
tied
sounds
up.
like a good movie.
No,
Wow,
sorry.
and here we are.
The answer
We are
is
tied up going
Changeling.
into round
Sorry,
number
John
3,
Roca.
15-15. The 2 former champs playing just like we knew that they would, Mark. 15-15.
15-15, and
Lots
it's
of
anybody's
points.
ballgame. We could be looking at
I've actually
overtime. I was
scored
feeling it's
more
headed
than
that
I
way,
thought
but
I
it
would.
remains to be seen
Although,
because round number 3,
nothing in those
we need some
questions
help from our
because
competitors.
how would I?
We need a series of numbers from each of you. We need 3 numbers from
I know
Ethan,
as much
3
about
different numbers
horror
from
as I know about
William Bibbiani. Those numbers correspond
movies.
to a different movie,
None.
trivia, Schmoedown, question, genre. Your first question is going to be worth 2 points. Your next
But,
one's worth 3 points.
yeah,
The
if you
last
ever
one,
want to
that
spin a
far,
wheel
is worth
slice that
5
you
big
want,
points, and
just start
possibly
singing
the win, if not to
My
force
Little
overtime.
Pony.
So, Ethan, you're tied with William, but because you're sitting
Ask-
as the
sing about
higher-ranked
friendship
competitor,
and-
we will
and
get
you
your
will
3
get
numbers
what you
first.
want.
What feels lucky, sir?
1, 7, and 17.
1, 7, and 17 for big time.
He
and
picks those
for
numbers
the
all the time.
19,
I've noticed that.
8, and 2.
19, 8, and 2. So Bibbiani will go first.
1,
here
7,
with
17. He picks those numbers every
19.
time. So don't
Number 19
skewer the
for
questions
William
and categories
Bibbiani.
to favor him
All right.
ever.
William, here we go.
Animated
Famous
Disney
actors and
Pixar.
actresses. For
Done.
number 19.
And
What is the name of the ruling elf played by Kate Blanchett in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit films.
Galadriel.
Yes, for 2 points. Okay.
I'm sure it is.
2 pointers.
Galadriel.
All right. Ethan,
Macho
we
Man.
pivot to you now for your 2-point question. You selected number 1, and your 2-point question
Galadriel,
will
Macho Man,
correspond to
Holla.
The Wild, Wonderful World of Biopics. Biopics, as we say in the South.
No one says that.
No.
No.
False.
That's how we say things in Burkittsville, Maryland.
There you go. That might be
No, they don't.
Ethan,
They just
for 2
call
points
them
in
true story
K-19,
movies.
The Widowmaker.
Because
Who stars as Captain Alexei
don't know.
Vostrikov,
It's the
commander
Thauruses.
of the first Soviet ballistic missile nuclear submarine?
Harrison Ford.
2 points, and we're tied again.
Okay, back to the beat.
Submarine that was
William
in,
Bibbiani now,
snow
who chose
scraper
category
thing.
number 8, fantasy sci-fi, William.
He was a
Fantasy
snow
sci-fi.
scraper for the snow
All right.
scraping.
Chris Pratt and Jennifer Lawrence co-star in what 2016
Passengers.
sci-fi film?
Passengers.
Yes, it is.
That actually is how you're supposed to say
Yeah,
it.
I hate that movie so much.
Answers
All
are
right.
gusto.
Yeah, really gross.
You are not alone.
All right, Ethan.
I was tricked so
now
bad.
Back to you for 3 points. You selected number 7. And curiously, Joe Theismann's number
What
corresponds
does Leonard
to
Maltin think about this
sports
movie?
movies.
I'm giving it
For 3
no
points,
star.
your question to tie William Bibbiani. In the film Happy Gilmore,
That's a
what
call-back
is the
to
name
Schmoedown.
of the top
If you
pro
remember.
golfer played by Christopher McDonald, who starts a bitter
Shooter
rivalry
McGavin.
with Happy?
Shooter McGavin.
There you
3
go.
points.
Tie game. Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
we're going to
I'll
Red
be Red
Lobster
Lobster.
after
Did you
the
change your
game.
mind?
So now we bounce
Hot
back to
boys.
Bibbiani again. So now Bibbiani has to hit his 5-pointer to bounce to force
You will
Instant
not
Ethan to
pick
hit
this
his
pot,
5 to go to
you
sudden death.
jackass.
But we'll see if that's the case here. Bibbs, you chose
2020.
number 2.
2020. We're back in
90s
we're back in the
movies.
90s for
90s
2020.
movies for your 5.
Man.
All right, here you go.
Do 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 do.
In
Do,
1997's
do, do,
Private
do.
Parts, what Oscar winner plays Howard Stern's boss at one point in his career named Dee Dee?
Private Parts.
Allison Janney.
Yes, it is. Bibbiani hits
Allison
that, and
Janney.
now Ethan Erwin has a chance to tie it. If he hits it, we go to sudden death. If he misses it, then William the Beast Bibbiani will go on to face John Roca in the semifinals.
Oh, boy.
So,
Good luck,
it
man.
is
Thank you.
getting
That's a high-pressure
steamy in
situation.
here.
he chose.
But remember,
he
no
chose
penalty
category
for a wrong
number,
answer.
17.
That's right. The
Really?
number Super Bowl MVP Doug Williams corresponds to dramas.
Get Doug.
Ethan.
Doug Williams was
These are
released from the
movies
team
with
the year
drama.
after they won the Super Bowl.
And your
Get
question
away.
to send
Get
it
lost.
to sudden death overtime. The 1988 drama Mississippi Burning, loosely based on true events and featuring Willem Dafoe, was directed by whom?
When you throw out a director question that the director is stumped
5,
on, that's
4.
a 5-pointer.
3, 2.
Repeat the question.
I can do that.
Second.
The
Oh, dear.
1988 drama Mississippi Burning.
Never thought
loosely
I would
based
see
on true
Ethan
events
Erwin
and featuring Willem
stumped
Dafoe
by a
was
director
directed
question.
by whom?
William Friedkin.
And your winner,
Oh, dear.
ladies and gentlemen, William
I was not
the
expecting
Beast Bibbiani.
That was a very quick and your winner. I thought he got it. Based on how quick they were.
Bibbiani pulls off the big, I would say maybe upset here. He defeats Ethan
Big
Erwin,
win.
who a lot of people,
Big
myself included,
win
had Erwin
is
win
what
in
you
the
were looking
tournament.
I'd say it's a big win for William. I wouldn't call it a big upset, but I mean from that intro, from
ranking-wise.
when we introduced William,
No, not
it's
even
right
that.
up to the final. William was just primed for this match. He was ready. This is a great example of a competitor training for a singular event, doing what is in the peak of their powers to do so. William Bibbiani really putting his full amount of knowledge on display. My question, Christian, how do you follow that up? Because William's got to play again in round number 3, so how do you possibly follow up an emotional entrance and emotional effort like what he just gave?
And he's got to play against the guy who took the title away from him in John Roca.
That's a way to wake
now,
up.
Now, he's played him again in that triple threat.
How ironic.
But if it wasn't,
I called it about a week ago. I think that Bibbiani Brendan Meyer match is going to become a reality.
This is a
Just
miracle season by Bibbiani.
something about it.
Bibbiani is playing great. He's playing great, and it all started from that run.
He's
Remember,
great.
the beginning of the season,
Thanks,
He was
Tony the
playing against
Tiger.
the Shire Wolves for the team titles. He played for the singles title. He basically went from one all the way to the end of the free-for-all. He's found himself a new teammate in the kid. He's having a
translation,
great season.
he does great until there's a title on the line.
We were going to see when he entered the season in
it's always next year.
Back in 2016. I think he's finally hit his stride, and this is a dangerous.
Is he finally in the prime of his career?
Potential is during a playoff format like the Ultimate Schmoedown. So he will advance to take on John Roca. Before we have our interview with the winner, William Bibbiani, Jen Sturger now has a chance to interview Ethan Erwin, who came up just short. Jen, what's the mood with Big Time?
You know, all things considered, guys, they're actually still pretty optimistic back here. Ethan, obviously, that didn't go the way you hoped it would, but when Bib spins hard, it's kind of out of your hands at that point, no?
Yeah, I mean, look, did I want it to go the other way? Sure, but I mean, I feel there's no shame in losing to someone as good and as legendary as Bibbiani. I had a great time out there. It was awesome. I wish him the best of luck. And by the way, we're still around. Time Machine is coming up soon in, who are we playing?
They got the Scream Queens.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you see Haley again.
Yeah. No, that'll be good.
Maybe
Maybe our luck will be different this time.
Guys, I have one mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, okay, here's the mic. Okay, let me move this arm. I'll help you out because your arms are short. All right. So, I love you always, Jen. You know this. This hurts a little bit for both of them being out of the singles tournament, but it's kind of weird how both matches ended up being 15-15 going into the third round. That seems to be a lucky number. I hope to God it is when it comes to this team match. If not, we'll just leave it alone, act like it never happened. But Bibbiani murders people every single match. There is murders happening, and no one says nothing about that, okay? If it was anybody else, we'd be running investigations, but as Bibbiani is considered art, and now we cool with it. I don't appreciate it, okay? I don't want to be a victim of a murder by a man with a sword, okay? He kept a sword on the desk. Yeah, he bequeathed it to me, but I bequeathed it to Ethan. But the sword was still there, damn it. Nonetheless, we just got to look forward to the team tournament. That's all we got to look forward to. And that's where it all is going to count. That's where everything matters. And you know what? I think we should all just go have a nice, fun day and hopefully stay away from the murderer.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
We don't want to be by a murderer.
Good use of the word bequeath, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
He did my job for me. Back to you guys.
All right, so there is Ethan Erwin.
What can you do?
Again, it's always classy in
What
defeat.
can you do
that's what
for
I
a
think that
Klondike
this team
bar?
right now. Look, but Jay Washington
Lots
now,
of stuff.
Jay's got to do some
But hopefully not kill
thinking
people.
here because now what he
Murder's
needs to
not
happen,
worth a Klondike
what Jay needs to happen is that the Time Machine needs to win the team titles by the time we get to Spectacular. Then he keeps a hold of both Janine and Ethan. If they don't make it, if they don't win, that means that Janine will be available, that means Ethan will be available, and that means that Jay's going to have some really tough decisions.
Managing is very different in a post-nuke world, even if somebody's not currently in your stable or if you're looking at how the tournament is going to play out. You need to have a lot more foresight than previous iterations of what a manager was. So their job has never been tougher. When you look at teammates that are forging new bonds, I think that we have two stars that have combined their talents and really inspired each other, even when they're playing in a singles tournament like what we saw with the kid, helping spur on Bibbiani today.
It is. It's like a good luck charm, I guess, for me. But here is the person who's going into the semifinals against the Outlaw. It's Jen Sturger with both Bibbiani and the Tenderoni, the kid.
Over under.
Fine, young
1 minute before
Tenderoni.
John Roca shows up.
Oh, boy. Oh. What did I walk into, guys? Oh, Bibbs, congratulations on a well-fought match out there. Are you cooling down a little bit?
I was really feeling.
Please stop waving that around. For the love of God, you're gonna put someone's eye out.
Get
okay?
the toy.
I'll just put it right down. Oh, my foot! Oh no, I'm kidding. Of course, it's fine. It's not a real sword. I can even do this and only pull out a little bit of brain. Okay. No, that was a really intense match. That was super intense. Like, Ethan is one of the best players ever. I mean, he's a champion. He's a singles champion. He's got his stats are through the roof. He was, I just can't believe that actually happened. I'm actually just, I'm Twitter-baited. I'm flabbergasted and Twitter-baited and
Twitter-baited?
and
what?
Flinky floodled and all kinds of stuff. It's not.
None of those are words.
Engelbert Humperdinck. Engelbert Humperdinck.
But Bibbs, seriously, you are having quietly. You've been having one of the best seasons, I think, of anyone at the Schmoedown since Free for All. How's this been feeling for you?
Yeah.
It's the first time anyone's ever called me quiet. It's been really, really great. Listen, I have been in a better place this year than I have been before. I've had the freedom to play and perform like the way I want to, the way I'm comfortable, and I've got a great new partner here. I've got a wonderful partner at home who supports me and helps me train and come up with all these entrance ideas, and I love you so much. And yeah, it's been a hell of a year, and I'm so glad it's not over. I'm so glad I get to keep playing because I get so bored when I can't. So I get to keep playing again. I don't know. Does anyone know who I'm playing yet?
That's the thing. That's the thing. You will be playing John Roca.
I will?
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
there he is.
Well.
A little over a minute.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
don't cut off my head.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Guys, we have one mic here.
Oh, fair.
Well, no one's gonna yell, Jen. No one's gonna yell.
No,
yeah, Jen, you're.
Famous last
No,
words
no,
over
no
here.
one's gonna yell. Here's the deal.
Okay.
Proud of you. Great match. Fun to watch.
Thank you.
You and me doing it again, my man. It was a fun first time we went at it. Took the belt from you. You got me back on that triple threat. Let's do it again. A little bit of a rubber match.
That's going to be super awesome. You know, the first time was super close. Second time was a three-way, a little different. Did knock you out, though. Okay, that's fine. But I think, you know what? I love playing against you, man. You take it so seriously. You got a great hat. You got glasses, which I appreciate. We share that together. Eyes, nose, fingers, toes, everything. We got so much in common. So, yeah, let's play a match.
Yeah, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Once and for all. The Outlaw and the Beast. Let's settle this thing in a rubber match. You down?
Do I have to wear rubber?
You got to make it awkward every single time.
I don't know what these words
Can't just have a conversation.
What's a rubber
I'll see
match?
ya. I'll see ya.
You guys said you wouldn't. You guys said you wouldn't yell.
A deciding
No, there's no
match
rubber.
after
Back
one
to you
side
guys.
wins a match each.
So once again, the
I don't
Outlaw
get why they
pops
call
in
it
there too.
rubber.
We're gonna get it
They
again.
could call it
Remember,
gold
what
match,
a storied history
silver
those two
match,
have. Those
John
two.
bronze
Roca has now
match,
bequeathed
platinum
the rubber
match,
match to William Bibbiani.
titanium
Well, but when you
match,
think about it, like those two have
nth
gone
metal
through.
match,
John the Outlaw Roca has not had a
adamantium
shortage of
match.
feuds. One of those
I should stop doing that. That doesn't look
famous
right.
feuds was against the Beast.
At
They
the
were
top of the pile
Yeah, they were
is-
in the
yeah.
same faction for a while. They didn't play each other
For a
for a
while.
very long time. It looked like it was going to happen. It never happened. It finally did, and Roca took the title. Then there was a #1 contender match, and Bibbiani took that match. So this is the third match. This is the rubber match. So now we get a chance
What
to
does
see
that mean?
inside of the tournament now. I think this is the first time that William Bibbiani has ever made it to the semifinals.
Well,
So-
look, William Bibbiani, he's got one more elaborate entrance to plan. John Roca,
ticker.
hopefully he can kind of truncate that pregame,
Correct.
postgame speech, and
Next
we're going to
ticker.
get a matchup for the ages that is, it's a semifinal.
Right.
It's round 3, and it's still not a championship, but it's
No.
going to be that kind of atmosphere.
No, and it's coming up soon because we need to find out who's going to Orlando to play in. It's like a co-main event, and it could be John Roca twice, or it could be Bibbiani playing against either Ben Bateman, Paul Preston, The Kid, or Stacey Howard. We're going to find out. It's all going down, and it's happening now, guys. So make sure you go to.
It could be you in Orlando.
It could, absolutely could.
TheSchmoedownLive.com. That's where you go to get tickets. One of you could actually be pulled on stage and win a fatal four-way. If you win that, then you are going to be competing in the movie Trivia Schmoedown in a match next year with the manager of your choice. It's a pretty nutty deal what you gave these kids.
It's going
far too much, in my opinion.
It is. It's going to change the whole
Yeah,
entire. It's changing everything. So, guys, make sure that
Oh, like the nuke?
and if you haven't
Everything
done Patreon,
changes
do
everything.
that. It is the
That's how it works.
Patreon.com/Schmoedown.
Everything changes everything.
And we have our whole
And expect
network.
the unexpected.
It is the SEN. So
Even
make
if
sure you
it's
check out
expected.
all the shows that we have going on there right now.
you expect
Thank
the
you guys
unexpected, does
very
that make
much.
the
We
unexpected
will
expected?
see you next time.
All right, let's run everybody off. There was a lot of people in that. Thank you, Christian and Mark and Jen and John and the Kid and Bibbs and Janine and Ethan and Jay and Smets, and I think that covered everybody. Yay! JTH did a great job. Solid 4 out of 10. Okay, so the match was what we expected. I mean, if you were not expecting high-scoring gajillion shittillion points, what planet did you beam down from? I was a little surprised that Ethan missed that particular question there at the end. Yeah, I just never expected Ethan would be stumped on a director question. Yeah, as I said, I just got this feeling that we're headed towards Bibbiani, Brendan Meyer. Just something in the bones just makes me think that. And now we're potentially 2 matches away from it. If Brendan Meyer is able to take out Ben Bateman, and if Bibbiani can get the rubber match, that no one apparently knows what that means and how that works, and definitions and the verb or adjective or noun, and I get it in the form of a sentence and all that good stuff. So we're gonna find out who's gonna be going there next week, because the Schmoedown Live event is next week, and so we gotta find out who wins these matches. We gotta find out who's gonna be in that final. So is it gonna be Ben Bateman, Brendan Meyer? I almost said Brandon Hanna. Forget that. Forget you ever heard that. Bibbiani or John Roca. Two of these people are going to potentially win. Will it be those two? Will it be those two? You didn't see that because it's JTH. JTH has got to think about the kids, so can't do the middle finger because you've got to think about the kids. It's Kid Show, and it's a kid reaction from a kid at heart, because I like animated movies. Apparently, that makes you a kid at heart. Be that as it may, though, that's going to do it for this edition of JTH Reacts to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. Always watch their content first. It is the right thing to do. You can follow me on social media at WWEJTH1 and follow all the official Movie Trivia Schmoedown content, Facebook page, Twitter page at the Schmoedown, and become a patron if you can. It goes a long way. But until next time, I will see you next week for the semifinals of the Singles Ultimate Schmoedown. So until then, this is JTH. Thank you for watching, and I bid you adieu-adieu.